Good evening. Good evening. That's Unai Emery's entry voice. I like to use that today because today we're donning Aston Villa. Today I wouldn't say we're rooting for Aston Villa, but well, it's the Europa Conference League in it. So, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissects. In this episode, we are going to give you a brief or a preview of the the Europa Conference League semi-finals. Who do we think takes it for us? This is going to be chap because all these teams inside they have advanced themselves before, so everyone wants to prove to the other that Nzewa man, simple terms, me I'm better than you. So Aston Villa takes on Olympiacos in the first semi-final. Second semi-final, Fiorentina takes on Club Brugge. Most of the games in the Europa Conference League were sorted from the penalty shootout. Aston Villa took on Lille. Lille, of course, I think they have one of the most beautiful pieces of football in France. And of course, they have the Angel Gomez's, the Bentalebs, Nabil Bentaleb. And they have Jonathan David, I think one of the most sought after strikers in Europe as well. Aston Villa actually put the first leg to bed. They won that one, came through to the second leg, and Lille became a problem. Yeah, Lille put 2 goals inside there, and then Aston Villa managed to pull one back towards the death. I think Matty Cash scoring that one for them to go the penalty shootout. Of course, when Aston Villa goes to the penalty shootout, Martinez will never lose a penalty shootout. Most of the guys from Argentina know him as Dibu. Of course, he had a lot of theatrics in the penalties. There was a rant about him playing in France, and of course, they beat France in the finals of the World Cup, and there was a lot of course, the fans in the stadium were trying to play with his psychology and all that. But of course, Dibu did what he does best. Managed to save a few penalties inside there, and Aston Villa managed to take one over Lille. They take on an Olympiacos side, a pretty interesting side, of course, playing. It's an outfit from Greece. Of course, they have some of the Portuguese from the Premier League. That's Daniel Podence. Most of you will remember him from Wolves. A pretty interesting lad there. You know, these lads that are short, they normally have a way they understand the game on the ground. It's just like modern day Lionel Messi. Daniel Podence and co really, they didn't they didn't really put up a fight against Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce must be the best outfit in Turkey. Of course, they have gotten all the veterans in world football recently, and they've tried to make them tick some football. They have Dusan Tadic, they have Edin Dzeko, they have Michi Batshuayi, you have Pastor Fred from Man United. It's a pretty interesting Fenerbahce side. But well, they managed to beat Fenerbahce on penalties. Well, the first leg was a sweep for them. They beat Fenerbahce in the first leg. And then second leg, Fenerbahce came through and won the game, but the game went to penalties. And of course, their goalkeeper was the man of the match in that one, saving a few penalties for them and taking out Edin Dzeko and boys. You know, Edin Dzeko was actually the joint top scorer in the Europa Conference League. So it was a nice one. And then for Olympiacos, they'll most definitely be relying on their front mid, El Kabi and El Arabi. Those are 2 men that will most definitely give you the goods whenever you want them. If I'm looking into the fixture and looking into who wants to win this game, I think Unai Emery wants to, of course, bring Europa Conference League under his sleeve. Of course, very many of you know that he has been winning all these championships in Europe. When he was in Sevilla, he won as many Europa Leagues as I can remember. And then, of course, for the Premier League as a league, they'll be happy to see that they still have a representative in this league because West Ham won it the last time out. So I personally think Aston Villa is following in those footsteps, and I most definitely think with the firepower of Oli Watkins, John Duran, he's been playing most of the Europa Conference games. You will most definitely have someone winning games inside there for you. So because of the pedigree Unai Emery has in Europe, I'll most definitely give this tie to Aston Villa. Second tie being Club Brugge. Club Brugge in this one. Club Brugge has actually been a decent outfit in Belgium. Well, of course, very many of you remember that Simon Mignolet was behind the sticks for Club Brugge. He's actually been a stalwart for them inside there. They've been playing a lot. And well, for them to come into this tie, they managed to, I think their front man, that's Jute, I think it's called Jute Glove, managed to put in 2 goals inside there. They were playing against PAOK. PAOK actually put in a lot of resistance in that one, but at the end of the day, Club Brugge stood solid in that one. They want to play a major European League final. They'll be facing a Fiorentina side. Fiorentina is a pretty decent outfit in Italy. But, well, I was not really impressed by how Fiorentina played the last time out in their game against Victoria Pleasant, because this was a game that that Fiorentina was supposed to win from the very beginning, but this game had to go until the extra time where their captain had to come to clutch for them. That is Biraghi. Of course, very many of you remember him from Inter Milan. He actually has a very sweet left foot inside there. Nico Gonzalez, an Argentine that I think has failed to make his mark in Europe. He has not been looked out for very many attempts, but I think he's someone that you never underrate. Of course, when we speak Fiorentina, very many of you, man, you guys know that Sofiane Amrabat managed to leave everything from Fiorentina to come and play his sports in Man United. But I think Fiorentina is a pretty decent outfit in this one. In regards to both of the two teams, Fiorentina and Club Brugge, I think Fiorentina will take this one away from me. The reason why I think they'll take this one away from me is because they have a lot of experience inside that team. They have a Biraghi, they have excuse me, they have they have some players from Inter Milan as well. They have former captain of Inter Milan. His name skips me. He plays for them in the middle. Bonaventura is a very key component of that Fiorentina side. And of course, I think they have interesting players inside that one. Well, like I said, when you get for me a Nico Gonzalez inside there, you get a Duncan. There's a Duncan, that's my namesake inside there. Of course, when I hear my name, it's fluid football all the way through. So Club Brugge taking on Fiorentina. These sides haven't met in the past, but I'll most definitely give you guys a Fiorentina win for me. So it's the English Premier League outfit for me. Aston Villa will take on Fiorentina from Italy, and that will be the final that I'm most definitely looking into for the Europa Conference League. If you have anything to mention on that one, if you aren't conversant with how I'm seeing things, you can most definitely give us a comment, and let's see how that will turn out. Please don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to journey on this soccer dissection together. The sky is the limit. We keep pushing. Vamos, we go again.